Hello, my social media family. I want you to forgive me in advance if I start to ramble a little bit. That is a symptom of this illness that I've been dealing with for 11 years now. So I apologize for that. But let me start with this. Um, all day today, I've been in prayer, thanking God for the greatness of how he's treated me and the main things I have to be thankful for, which are my family, my friends, um, people I come across in life, because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. There are no accidents. So, this is gonna take a little bit. I'm going to let me see, looking at the time here. It's been 1 minute and 9 seconds, so please bear with me. Okay. The story starts um, when I was like 6 years old, and I am 38 now, so we'll skip through some stuff, of course, but starting at 6, I actually it goes back before that. Go back to 3 years old. 3 years old, I was a kid playing, doing what 3 year olds do. And I found a quarter. As most young kids do, they put everything in their mouth. So I put the quarter in my mouth. I started to choke on the quarter. And then my grandmother came in, got the quarter out, saved my life. So that's the first instance that I believe Satan was trying to take me out. He did not succeed with that. So then, um, I'm 6. I see a Bible in the house. I pick it up. I started to thumb through it. I was like, what's this Jesus person all about? So I started to look through it. Then I started to like it. So um, I was reading the Bible, and then my aunt, she had a storefront church in Brooklyn, New York. I would go, and being in that environment, I received a call to preach at 8. So I started preaching around 8. Uh, I say it was like from 8 to 12. I was really deep into the church, and that was my thing. But then when I became a teenager, 13 up, I really started to drift away from the church. But God still had his hand on my life. So uh, I went away to college, Atlanta, Georgia, Morehouse College. So I went away, and the first thing I did when I went to Atlanta was, so like, I gotta find church. Gotta find church. Morehouse had a King Chapel. We had a church, so I went there, and I really enjoyed it. I got closer to God in touch. Well, I went back to my original love. So I went to church, and everything was great. But I started to smoke weed, drink, do all of that. But in that instance, even though God was still there, and I smoked weed, was shot at, doing something I had no business doing, so that occurred, but still, it was still okay. Moving fast forwarding, I was let's see, I was 26. No, yeah, 26. I was working like 60 hours a week. I worked at Costco. I worked at Howard County General Hospital. I did all that because I said, darn it, I am going to be a physician. But the Lord had other plans for me. So, lo and behold, I had problems with my vision, my eyesight, and I went to eye doctors, and they're like, physically your eyes are fine, nothing's wrong, blah blah blah. And then I went to a doctor. His name was Martin Kolsky. He was an optic neurologist. So his thoughts were, I'm going to get an MRI. He got me the MRI. Lo and behold, they found lesions on my brain. So then he said, go talk to a neurologist. I went to a neurologist. We ran some tests. I had a spinal tap. We did a whole bunch of things. Lo and behold, comes back. I have multiple sclerosis. Okay, now I'm 26 at this time. It is a life-changing situation, definitely. The next year, I'm still having tremors in my hand, and then I went to a neurosurgeon. I had deep brain stimulation, where they put electrodes in your brain, which helps stop the arm tremors. That's great. So everything is good. Now, at this time, I started teaching Sunday school. I loved working with the teens, the young people, talking about God. And the good thing about that is that teaching Sunday school, I had to study so I'd be able to elaborate to young people about the goodness of God. My faith got even stronger. So, as I'm in Sunday school teaching, I gotta see, God talks to me in my dreams. So I got a dream that told me, God was like, you've had all this time, like 25 years, to do what you wanted. Now it's time for you to do for me. So I enrolled at Spirit of Faith Bible Institute. Now, of course, the phone will ring. Now, at Spirit of Faith Bible Institute, I learned how to submit to God's will for my life. I graduated in 2010. That's cool. I continued on, and I was licensed as a pastor. Cool. But that wasn't the end. I still kept going. And then last year in March, finally, I received my Doctor of Divinity. It was the completion of a process that God set up for me. I'm so blessed. And trying to hold my emotions here because you know what the enemy means for evil, God turns around and uses it for your good. So um, that's cool. Then in 2012, I started my own church. I know that God was telling me to do that. So I'm being obedient. I did that. My life is great. I love my life. I love my friends, my family. Um, I just want to express the goodness of God, how He's been in my life. You know, people take a lot of things for granted. Of the fact that they could be up and doing things, and what the theme that I use often in my ministry is of being a strong finisher. Finish. Don't let anything stop you. And I think I have an absolutely incredible testimony that shows people that whatever obstacles come into your path, there's always a way to overcome it. Go over it, go under it, go left, right of it, but there's always a way that you can um, achieve your goals and your dreams and your successes. I notice a lot of times people will start on a path, and right when they're at their breakthrough, their point to get to what they want, they quit, they stop. And I think the most important thing is to remember never to quit. Always pursue your goal, your dream, your mark. I tell people if you're gonna dream big. Um, you don't want no small dreams, cause certainly I could have said, okay, well, I have this illness that could be debilitating. Well, I said could. That is debilitating and can stop you from moving forward. But I refuse to let that be my story. And you gotta have that inner determination and drive because it's tiring for other people to have to try and drag you to your goal, your destination. You gotta have that internal something. And a lot of people I talk to, it's like, I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself. So, I mean, I just have to say, you know, God looks out for me. Uh, in His Word, He says, I'll never leave you or forsake you. And that has absolutely been true in my case. Um, there have been some rough times, but never have I been on my own or by myself. Um, I remember there's a poem called Footprints about a man tells God, I'm looking in the sand and I see only one set of footprints during the hardest time in my life. And God responds and says, you only see one set of footprints because that's the time I was carrying you. I feel that certainly is the case in my life. And I think if a lot of people would look, they would see that that's the case in their life as well. But with everything that's going on in the world, it really is time that all of us turn our eyes back to God. Um, I had a conversation with a person who said that they're atheists. There is no God. And I said to them, I said, and I just kept it real. I said, you're an idiot. Because if you look at my life, everything that's gone on, how could you say there is no God? Because of the way that my situation has unfolded, has to be a God. Um, the word also tells me that God knows the end from the beginning. So there are times that you may think that I don't understand why God would do something to me, or why is this happening to me? I go back to the good old Bible, which is how I live my life. Um, the Bible says everything works together for my good, for they that love the Lord. Do you love the Lord? I know I do, so it's no problem there. So I get a call now. They want to switch me to a new medication. It's called Lemtrada. Now this medication will eradicate my immune system, take it to zero, and then over the course of a few months to a year, it'll build it back up. Now, because MS is an autoimmune illness, that means your own body is attacking itself. So they say, well, if you get rid of all of the immune system, when the new cells come in, they'll be healthy, so they'll know not to attack the body. That is, in theory, what it's supposed to do. And it's very potent, and there are these possible complications, thyroid cancer, all of that. But my faith is built on God, and I believe that that will not be something that will come upon me. Um, I'm going to start in October. And then the next thing was the infusion costs $150,000 per infusion. What it is that when I start in October, I do 5 consecutive days of treatment, and that's it. And then 12 months later, I do 3 consecutive days of treatment. That's it. And then, presumably, I'm done for life with that. So, they say that's why it costs so much and blah, blah, blah. Well, um, I took a long time making the decision to go this route. I spent a lot of time in prayer. I read as much as I could about it, so we're gonna go ahead with it. No problem. But I'm just talking right now, so um I know a lot of people don't like looking at long videos, but that's what we have right now. So sorry. I see that it's 20 minutes I've been talking, so I will shut up soon, but I have to get this all out because it's just pouring out my heart right here. So, um, I'm gonna do that, and we're gonna go through the whole process. And then after all of these infusions are done, I have to be monitored for 4 years afterwards. So every month I'll get a blood draw, let me know how my immune system is doing, it's coming back, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna be fine. I have no doubt about that. I would like to ask that my friends, all the people watching this, if you could add me to your prayer list, just you know, because every prayer helps, every little bit helps. Um, I spoke recently to a person who was very depressed, I would say, and who they what's the word I'm looking for here? They want they suicide they consider. I said don't do that because suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. So don't go that route. Um, I actually started therapy with a psychologist about 6 weeks ago, and I think that is one of the best things because um, when I used to work at the hospital, I used to get very upset with people because I worked in psychiatric care unit, and they would say, "Oh, you working with those crazy people," and I'd get very upset because a broken leg is visible. You could see that, reset it, and it's fixed for the most part. The body heals itself. But when your brain is sick, it's not visible. They need just as much care as anybody else. So, um, reconsider how you talk about people with mental illness because they need help as well. And they're of value. So I just want to publicly say how good God has been in my life, how much I love God. Um, that's the center of everything for me. Um, I thank you for listening to me, and I greatly appreciate it, and I love you all. Thank you so much. God bless you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And guess what? I love all of you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Deuces.